is enough. My side of the story, Damone. I know you got a lot of the records. You don't see the whole thing. A lot of people haven't watched our whole journey or seen anything that happened. So a lot of people are curious about what's going on with the whole shit. But I've been silent. I haven't said anything because I've been trying to be the bigger person and not really get involved in it. Thea, she's from Africa. She's from Nigeria, Yoruba tribe, and she's been trying to do an interview with me for a while, and I just been silent about it. But since being here in New Orleans and man, so many things have come to me, and so many people telling me stuff like, yo, this and that, like that. Damn, I don't want to talk about my big mom like that because at the end of the day, I love her and I feel sorry for her, truly. You feel what I'm saying? But the truth is, who's gonna feel sorry for me when people are accusing me of spreading diseases? When people are accusing me of being a pedophile or being a woman or being a woman beater? You feel what I'm saying? So I want to set the story straight and tell my own story for people like R. Kelly who's in a cell that can't speak for himself, unfortunately. That's how they do us black men. They try to silence us and make us say, don't say nothing, don't get on their level. But at the end of the day, you're not telling your story about what's going on and what happened. And I want y'all to know, first of all, everything was documented. You feel what I'm saying? Everything was the same people that's sitting there saying, we love you, Velvet, were the same people that were saying, fuck you, Velvet, when Malia beat her ass. I want to make that number one. Victor Moan, I need you to come up here. I need Victor Moan up here. I want him up here because he's been here through the whole joint. I need you to come up because you've been through the whole joint. We not about to sit here and play no games. Victor Moan, I need you to pull up. Y'all go get Victor Moan. Tell him I said pull up, man. There you go. You'll be in number 3. And anybody that's been here for the whole journey, that's seen everything, shout out Victor Moan from Detroit.
What up, though?
What's good? How you feeling?
Oh, I'm fantastic, Chief. You know, I'm gravy every day. Matter of fact, hold up. Wait. You know, you called me at the right time. Cause guess where I'm at? Hold on, let me come right quick. Damn it. Okay, there we go. We just so happen to be in the tent. We in the tent. We outdoors in a perfect climate, baby.
Okay. So Vic, I'm doing this to sell my side of the story. I'm usually quiet about things. I was really trying to allow her to just basically, build the momentum and be somebody and take that momentum and go do your thing. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Go, you fed off me enough. Go do your thing. Now this is going to leech off of him and drip every bit of, crying and all of this stuff and, trying to make me seem like a bad guy on a regular basis and feeding off my energy. And then she got another dude she doing it with. He done came on and clout chasing off me. So now, set the record straight. I'm going to tell my side of the story, okay, which needs to be heard.
Right.
We heard her. We seen it. We heard her cry. Now we're going to talk about my side of the story. I'm not going to sit here and not take responsibility for what I've done. I'm a man. I stand on what I stand on. I'm a man. You understand what I'm saying? I appreciate the love. Keep the hearts in the building because they're going to be reporting us. And listen, like I said, if this doesn't go all the way through, what we're going to do is we're going to take the interview to IG. All right?
Oh, yeah,
but it's important things.
I'm about to send you the link. Hold up. And I'm about to put the link to this show on Instagram. Oh, we recording everything. Trust me, we not going to miss it.
Yeah, I'm not going to say that I'm the victim and that it wasn't no right and wrong, but I'm not going to be you ain't did nothing wrong. Nothing happened. You was treated that bad, really. When this is public records, how we treated you like our queen. You were spoiled. Understand? I treated my daughter with the utmost respect. Niggas had to bow to my daughter. My daughter was treated like a princess. When she walked in the room, everybody had to be like, at ease. That was that's my princess. So we're gonna sit here and give another perspective. When I first seen, I was already with Yaya, right, from New Orleans. I was already with. When I first seen Velvet, she was on a Facebook video. She was in college, and she was on a Facebook video, and she was just really like. And so, like I liked her, I seen her, and I'm not gonna. Everything that I tell you is nothing but the truth. on my daughter, and I promise, I'm gonna let y'all ask me questions. I'm gonna let y'all come in and talk and ask questions from my perspective. But I'm gonna give you my perspective of what's going on. When I seen Velvet, I was attracted to her. I'm like, yo, Shorty seems smart. I told Yaya, go get her for me as my wife. You know me, looking for a woman. I want many women as I can, women as I can get. So I said, yo, go get her. Yaya was jealous and she didn't go get her. But we had conversations over the phone. Me and Velvet. She said she didn't know me. But the truth is, we had conversations over the phone. Hey, mute yourself for me, Vic, because it's an echo.
No, I'm on mute already. See, I'm on mute.
Well, somebody's echoing. I think that might be Thea. Thea, I need you to mute yourself. Okay, so what happened was I seen her online. She was doing a Facebook. No one knew of this girl. No one knew anything about her. And I was like, yo, go get her, Yaya. Yaya was being kind of jealous and she didn't want to get her for me. So I was like, she wound up calling me. Me and her had a phone conversation. And she was telling me how hard it was. And she was like, oh my God, college is hard. When I tell you something, it's real. I don't got nothing to hide. I'm not going to paint myself to be the perfect person because I'm a nigga. I'm just be all the way real with you. She called me up. I was talking to her like, yeah, won't you come to the tribe? But she was like, oh, my college dorm and I'm failing classes and I don't have a lot of things. She's crying and I'm like, all right, so, okay. I clicked on her because I don't like weak shit. I said, that bitch is for the birds. Fuck that. She too weak. She's crying and shit. I don't want to deal with nobody that's already on some crying shit. Fuck that. A couple weeks later, I'm driving in the van. I look back. Omac tells me, yo, I got a direct. I was like, oh, word? That's what's up. So he shows me a picture. I'm like, oh shit, that's the shorty that I told Velvet I wanted her to get as my wife. And I was like, when I seen Omac's face, he was just so happy. And I was like, damn, all right, cool. Like, fuck it, let him get his girl. You know what I'm saying? So when she comes, and when she came in, I knew that I was attracted to her. And I don't know if women are attracted to me when they first come, but I asked her. I said, are you attracted to me? She said, no. Right in front of Omac. I said, all right, now look, remember what you said. I said, now, Omac, you if you need anything, you go through Omac. Don't come around me flirting. I told her this right in a restaurant in Costa Rica. Forgot the name of the restaurant. It was like a vegan restaurant. But I told her that. I was like, listen, straight up, I told you straight up, like, I'm a straight up dude. Don't play no games. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you said you're not attracted to me, you said you attracted to him. Because a lot of girls, they'll come here to get with one man and they'll try to get with me, but they're too afraid to get directly with me. So they'll watch me behind a man. And then before they know it, they fantasizing about me. You feel what I'm saying? They want to be with me, but they be behind another nigga. You feel what I'm saying? So they all like, you know what I'm saying, trying to get closer to you. Is it lagging? Are we lagging or are you just your shit? Nothing is lagging. All right, cool.
Hey,
so,
Chief, we good, man.
right.
Just keep rolling.
Okay, cool. So I told Omac straight up. I said, listen, Omac, she's yours. Boom, right? So this is how I usually roll. Whenever I have my camp, I have my quarters. You will always see my quarters, and the guys and their wives live away from me. I don't even live around them. They live away. You see what I'm saying? So I never got to see them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in my quarters and I let them go and do that. So she's out there doing her with Omac. They call themselves the Etherians. And they was walking around barefoot and they was in love. And I thought it was cute. You know what I'm saying? Was I attracted to her? Cool. When I look at her, I'm like, oh, she's pretty. You know what I'm saying? But once you my man, girl, it's out of there from the streets. Like once you my man, girl, you're off. I don't even look at you no more. Like that's my man, girl. That's how I come from the streets. Once you my man, girl, that's my sister. Like that's it. She's nothing. So I looked at her as like a little girl. And so what was it? The first time I had a whole group of people and this one girl that was in love with me, but I never really fucked with her. She came through and she told me, she was like, I had made everybody leave. There was a whole bunch of people and I was like, all y'all leave. Y'all sucking my energy. Cause my money had got low. I had got like $300,000. I was taking care of everybody and niggas. I was like, all of y'all, like 10 people, I told them to leave. And the girl said, before I go, I want to tell you something, Master Teacher. I said, what's up? She said, that motherfucker right there. She said that she said, Key is cute. And that if she ever get a chance, she gonna fuck you. And I said, what? And then I looked at Omac, and he was like, he looked at her. I guess they had a private conversation somewhere. And I was like, what? Like, what you talking about? Like, yo, shorty, you get your bag and leave too. On my daughter. I said, yo, shorty, get your bag and leave too. She went to crying. She went to hoo boo hoo and crying. You know, that's some tears and shit. It can't be lagging. It cannot be lagging. You know what I'm saying? It can't be lagging. Is it lagging? It is. It's not. It's what's up, Vic? Is it lagging?
They lying. All right, it's just that simple.
They want me to stop.
It's not lagging.
Stop.
It's not lagging. It says
All
yes,
right.
Baba. Some people saying it's lagging.
A little bit.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor, guys. Go out and come back in if it's lagging. Okay, I'm gonna keep going.
If you lagging, I mean, like, if we cut you off, it will be lagging. But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's not lagging. You can hear me. You can hear me.
No, I can hear you.
Y'all can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. I got people right
now. I tell you, but I can't hear you no more.
Okay. There you go. All right, listen. We good. Okay, so she girl just mute your mic there. Mute your mic. So the girl is just mad. She's like, she wanted to fuck her, but the girl was like, that bitch is a snake right there. I'm telling you, she was a Scorpio too. So she knew shit. And she was like, she's a fucking snake. And that bitch told me if she get a chance, she's gonna fuck you. And she thinks that Key is cute. And I was like, damn, that's real. I was like, yo, you get your bags too and get the fuck out. So she's like, Master teacher, can I talk to you and Omac for a minute, please? And we went in the room. We sat there because she was about to leave. And we sat there. We was like, what's up, man? She was like, she just basically kept it real. She was like, I did say that. I'm sorry. Like, I just, had thoughts and da-da-da-da. But whatever the reason was, Omac voted her to stay. I said, Omac, it's up to you. Do you want her to stay or not? He said it. Yeah, I want her to stay. Fuck it. She kept it real. So she talked her way right through that. Very manipulative. She could talk her way through whatever. So I was like, fuck it, let her stay. A couple months later, out of nowhere, I swear on everything I love, I'm in the studio, right? Check this out. I'm in the studio. I'm on the phone with her name is Serenity, and Serenity could back this up. And y'all go do y'all piece it together. Go to Serenity and ask her about this story. I was on the phone with her because Serenity's about to come be my wife. Yaya was struggling with polygamy. She was in another room. But in the middle of the night, motherfucking Omac, all I heard was it was dark outside. I'm in the studio and it's dark outside. And all I heard was Velvet come running up. She's like, Master teacher, something's wrong with Omac. And she's crying. She's coming to me. She's like a little girl. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, what's wrong with you? She like, he angry because I told him I've been having dreams about you. And I'm like, yo, he come heated, bro. Heated into the room. He like, yo, bro. Nah, bro. She want to be with you, yo. She want to be with you. You was right from the beginning, bro. I was like, yo, but I told you that. Oh man, I told you I already wanted her as a wife. Like, and I told you that she was already attracted. I told you that, Omac. He was like, you right, Bessie, you right. Like, I see what you're saying now. I'm like, yeah, like I told you, she been choosing me. Like, she called me, I just clicked on her. She went to you. You feel me? To get to me. So I told him that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but she really liked being with Omac because it was developing her, but she was always having her eye on me. So I was just like, damn. I was like, all right, cool. So in the moment, like, she want to be with you. You choosing me? She want my wife. I'm like, all right, well, fuck it, because at the end of the day, it is what it is. So she came with be with me. So it was me, her, and Yaya that night. So I was just like, shit, she choosing me. Let her be with me. And I mean, since you staying together, let her be with me because I wanted her anyway. So he threw it to me. And so that night, I noticed a lot about her. Like that night, I noticed a lot about her. She was just like, I was arguing with Yaya about accepting the polygamy, and Yaya was doing the same thing she's doing. It's something about, Louisiana girls, they don't really like polygamy like that. They try to stop you from being polygamous, but it is what it is. Niggas gonna do it anyway. But Yaya wasn't having it. She was getting upset, and I'm screaming on her. But Velvet is laying in the bed. I never forget it. Like I had Yaya in Velvet, and I'm sitting there, and Velvet is laying in the bed. She's just happy to be there. She's just happy to be there. She just wanted the experience. I could tell. So I was looking at it, and I was just paying attention. And truth be told, I already wanted to hit it anyway, so I wanted to fuck her anyway. You feel what I'm saying? I'm be straight up with you, bro. I want as soon as she chose, I was like, shit, well, shit, she want to be with me. Y'all be established that. I want to smash her anyway. I think she cute. She could be my. See, when I look at a woman, I look at her as for her beauty and how it can make me look powerful. When I got beautiful women around me, it make me look powerful as a chief. That's just straight up. Be straight up with you, bro. So when the more beautiful women I got around me, the more powerful it make me look. So at the end of the day, I love beautiful women. I'm taking everything I can get, but not if it ain't choosing me. If it's choosing me and it's mine, it belong to me. I'm from the streets. If she choosing me, she belong to me. If she choosing you, she belong to you. And when she belong to you, she belong to you. I'm not gonna throw no monkey wrenches out there, and I'm not gonna try to take your girl. But if she choose me, she mine, nigga. You feel me? So she was mine. She chose me. So she came with me. I want to smack her. I need all the beautiful women around me because that just validates my power. Period. I want all the pretty, beautiful women. And that's what I can use from you is your beauty. And if my knowledge and my wisdom and my mind comes out of your beautiful mouth, it makes me more powerful. It makes more people want to listen. So it's a marketing for me. So that's how I look at women. I look at you as a marketing tool for my mind and what I'm doing in my agenda. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna be straight up with you, straight up. So, and I tell a woman straight up, that's what I'm doing it for. Like, I need your beauty. I need everything about you so I can put my message out there and make me more powerful. That's how I am. You know what I'm saying? So, Shorty, that night, I was like, yo, I want to smash. I want to see what this is like. So I got with her. She was very clingy. Like, you haven't, I don't know if you've ever been with somebody that's been real clingy. Like, it's really clingy. But when I had sex with her, it was like dry. It was not good. It was just not dry, right? It was just dry as hell. It's like, yo, what's wrong? She was like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about OMAC. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I was just like, I backed off of her and I was just like, yo. And then the next day she was like moving around funny. She didn't know how to move around me because to her I was so powerful. She didn't know how to move around me. So I was just like, man, go back to OMAC, man. Because I didn't really like having sex with her. And I didn't like her creepy way. She had like a way about her that was kind of insecure, very clingy, very very childish. I don't like that energy around me. And I was like, got a lot of insecurities. And this make me feel funny. It don't validate me to myself. You know what I'm saying? So is it that little girl shit, that insecure little girl shit? That's a turn off for me because it doesn't validate myself as a king or a chief to myself. It don't validate me to myself. Just being honest with you. When I felt that energy, I kind of like I spent off on her like, yo, just go back to Omac. She was like drawing on the iPad. She was like, Omac don't want me no more. I was like, man, she was crying, drawing a fish. And I was just like, came up to her like, yo, shorty, what's wrong with you? She like, yo, Omac don't want me no more. I'm like, yo, Omac, come here, man. Now, Omac didn't know I smacked her that night. But I said, Omac, y'all be together, man. Get back together, man. Y'all be together. She belong to you, man. Cause I ain't wanna. I was like, yo, you go back and be with her, man. She said, he was like, all right, man. All right, I'll feel you, man. So I'll take her back. But I forgot to tell him, yo, I smacked. You know what I mean, to me, it was so corny that I was like, yo, just go back over there. Like, you know what I'm saying? So later down the line, he had found out that she did have sex with me. But it wasn't on my mind like that. But he took her back anyway. So he took her back. They was together, and for however long, she was under my teaching so much. She had from that day forth, like she just never really let me go. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like something for her to attain. You know what I'm saying? So she started learning the knowledge, and to the point where she got so in tune with me, she was having my same thoughts. She was like the teacher's pet. And she was like really starting to absorb the knowledge. Like she was really starting really to get the things that I teach, starting to grasp it. Like she started really paying attention in class. She was really learning my knowledge. Like she was really, but Oak was kind of like dealing with the fact that she's having dreams about me. She's telling him like, yo, I'm having dreams about Master Teacher. Master Teacher is constantly with me. I'm with women all the time. I'm a ladies' man. Like I got women. You could be a woman of mine, but I'm talking to 3-4 other women at all times. When she met me, I've always been like that. If you on this panel, you thought you were special in one way, and you are special to me in one way, but you're going to have to deal with the fact that I'm always talking to other women. Am I not? ladies on the panel. Am I not there? Or even if you my wife, I'm
Yeah, that's
always
true.
talking with another girl. It's just how I am. So, you know, always I got Pocahontas coming in. I got all these women I'm dealing with. So that really on my mind like that. But she started having my thoughts. So we had went through Costa Rica. We got locked up. You know what I'm saying? We got locked up and
Wait,
we
Chief,
went through all of that.
before you get to Costa Rica, let's back it up a bit because I don't want it to get lost in translation. So when she moved from you to OMAC, then back to OMAC, how did that affect your relationship with him? Was he cool with it, or did he just say,
Well, at the
I'm fine
time,
with whatever happens?
I smacked her. He didn't know I hit it. And I don't think he really cared because they were so in love. They could be back together. But I forgot to even say anything because I was like, it was so whack. The sex was so like, it was like a hug, nigga. It was not even that. It was not even good. It was that to that level. But later on, he found out that we did have sex, and I think he was a little upset about that. But I was like, damn, well, she chose me, dog. Like, you know what I mean? You dealing with that kind of girl, she chose me. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the streets. And one thing I know about it is one thing for certain, two things for sure. If a chick, she gonna choose who she want to be with. It don't matter who she want to be with. She gonna be with who she want to be with. Can't get mad at the game. Can't get mad at the player. You gotta get mad at the game. So at the end of the day, it is what it is when it comes to these females.
So did you
They gonna
start
be
having
with
feelings
me.
for her at that point? Before
No,
Costa Rica,
no,
were
I
you
didn't have no
developing
feelings for
feelings
her.
for her?
No, I didn't have no feelings for her. I could tell you when I started having feelings for her. Pocahontas came as my wife. I was Pocahontas, who to me is like one of the baddest women I've been with. You know what I'm saying? Like she was with me. She had my baby too, but that shit went left and it was when I started first having feelings for Velvet is when she started getting so in sync with me that I was thinking something and I would say it and they were like, yo, EJ just said the same thing and it kept happening. She kept thinking the things that I was thinking and I would say it and then the tribe would be like, oh, EJ just said that. Like she was saying and thinking the same thing as me, like straight up at
So
the
she
same
was
time.
connecting with you guys, with you on the
Connecting to me
intellectual
that
level.
deep. Yeah, intellect. She started tapping us so much that she became telepathic with me. Like she literally became telepathic. And then I never forget this one rising. Um, and I never forget when I first started getting turned on to her was in Ohio. This is when I first felt like I looked at her like she had these gray sweatpants, these gray tights on, and I looked at her like I remember looking at her and feeling aroused, like whoa, like okay, like she had her whole body was shaped different. My knowledge, my wisdom, her fasting. She came to me with bronchitis. She came to me with all kind of illnesses. She had got healed, and her body had started to shape and form. And she
Okay,
started.
wait, Chief. So she came with you with a certain illness. Did OMAC know at that time that she had that illness when she came to you?
Yeah,
He knew at
yeah.
that
She
time.
came. Yeah, she came. Of course, but the thing about it is, she. No, I'm trying to tell you when I first got attracted to her, and we was in Ohio, and I looked at. I was with Pocahontas, but Pocahontas used to get on my fucking nerve. But I was looking at Velvet, and I seen her, and I was just like, whoa, like something in me. I always say this is when Eliana was my baby girl was coming through, because it stimulated me in a way where I wasn't completely horny, but my penis was hard. And I don't know if any man has ever experienced that, like when your penis get hard but you're not horny. And it was weird for me because I'm like, I was literally turned on by her. I was turned on by her. It was like the spirit of my daughter was like, it's time for me to come through. You know what I'm saying? Because I was looking at her like, I want her. But that's Omac's girl, right? We got a dilemma here. So I let it go. But we was sleeping all on the ground one day, and about 3, 4 in the morning, I woke up out of my sleeping bag. We was all sleeping on the floor. I woke up out of my sleeping bag, and she woke up at the same time. Everybody's laying on the floor, but we both woke up at the same time and looked at each other. And everybody else is asleep, but me and her, we both woke up at the same time, like, and shit started synchronizing. You know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't even help. It was like synchronizing. And so we went to Texas. We went to Texas, and I was talking to this girl named Sunny. Oh my God, Sunny came, and we was talking, and she had told Sunny some crazy shit that. Oh, before that, it was messages being sent. I have to admit that I did this because it's only right. I admit that I was falling in love with Velvet, and I was in love with her. I wanted her. I wanted her. As Chief, I know that was Omac's wife, but I wanted her. I had started feelings for her. I started being attracted to her, and she was feeling the same thing for me. We both was feeling the same thing, but it was like, and I'm gonna tell you when it completely started is when I was like, I had broke up with what's her name, Sunny, and I was so mad because all I wanted was my queen, so I could start my mission of getting all my women and stuff. I just wanted my one queen. I always been saying that.
How many women were in the camp at that time? How many women were there? So we can get some context. How many women were in Carbon Nation at that time when she was still married to women?
It was like Sheba just had came. It was Velvet. There was 4. It was Velvet, Sheba. I wasn't there yet. There was what the fuck? Sunny, Velvet, and Sheba and Willow, who was Serenity at the time. It was 4 of them. So basically, this is what happened. I was like, yo, I want my fucking queen. I can't, yo, and I never forgot this moment. This is when shit started getting super real. And I'm gonna tell you what happened. I went in my room and I slammed the door because I was fucking mad that I kept getting these women that weren't my queens. And guess who opened the door and gave me a hug? She hugged me so tight. Now this is Omac's wife. This is Velvet. Velvet is Omac's wife. She came in the room and hugged me so tight after I said I wanted my queen. So she hugged me and I was like, yo, but she hugged me in a way like she didn't even care that Omac was in there. She came in there and hugged me. When she hugged me, it was like so tight and it was like a motherly love. This woman, we started falling in love with each other without even knowing it. You know what I'm saying? See me, I fall in love with a woman that falls in love with me. That's how I am. You fall in love with me, I could fall in love with you because you fall in love with me. That's how I am.
But Chief, remember, she told Omac that she wanted to be with you.
She told Omac she was dreaming about me and all that stuff. That's cool. But at the end of the day, I was starting to be attracted to her at this time, being straight up with you. And so I couldn't take it no more after that. I told Serenity to send her a message to know if she felt the same way about me. So Serenity was sneaking messages back and forth between me and her. Serenity was going to she had a man, but it was wrong on my behalf too but I felt it and I was gonna have a meeting about it, but I wanted to know if it was real. So I had Serenity go to her and tell her like, yo, he says he's in love with you, and are you in love with him? So I get the message back. The little birdie comes back. Serenity says, yes, she's in love with you. She feels the same way you feel. And so I'm like, yo, so we gotta have a meeting. We gotta have a meeting because I want her. She wants me. So let's just have a meeting. You know what I'm saying? So we did that. And we didn't have a meeting. We didn't have a meeting. It came out like this. This is how it came out. I'm sorry. I apologize. Because I have so much that happened with so many women. I'm trying to. All right. So.
I understand.
Yeah. Okay. We didn't have a meeting. It came out like this. We was in the car. This is the crazy part. Where this is like a movie scene. It didn't become a movie. Because we're driving down the car. And Omac's driving. She's in the passenger seat. Sonny's right next to me. I'm in the middle. Fucking Sheba's right here. Willow's in the back. And I want to say who the fuck else it was. I think that was it. I don't know. But that was it. That was the scene. We're driving in a car And Sonny, obviously she had this conversation with Sonny like she had with that girl back in Costa Rica. But Sonny blurts out she's like, I don't want to tell you what she said. I'm like, no, nah, tell me. You ain't gotta. She's like, I'd rather wait till later to talk to you by yourself rather than blast it right now. You know me. Nigga, say that shit right now. I don't care. We family. We could. Well, she told me that you're making her uncomfortable and that you're sending messages to her and she only looks at you as a teacher. And I'm like, what? Because I remember I've been getting notes back and forth from you know what I'm saying? I'm getting notes back and forth from fucking Serenity, and she's telling me something so different. So this girl's telling me that she's saying that she doesn't like me like that. That she thinks she looks at me as just as a teacher. And I'm like, why did you, Serenity? Immediately, Serenity says, I turn to Serenity, I'm like, you told me that she was in love with me. And she's like, she did. And then like, she's like, no, she said you were her teacher. And I'm like, but you told me, and Omac's sitting there driving. Right? This outside came out, right? It came out like this, and I'm like, what? I just wanted to know if she was in love with me. I was so fucking confused because I felt something and I wanted to know. And I'm like, if I'm your teacher, then this is wrong. I can't do this. And she's like, no. She told me that you're sending messages and you're making her feel uncomfortable. And I'm like, but Serenity told me that you love me. Did you say that? And she turned around. She's like, yeah. But she's also scared to say that in front of Omac. So she's saying, Omac's like, yeah, but you're my teacher. And I'm like, okay, then leave it alone. She's like, I'm like, and then Omac is like, bruh, I already know, bruh. She's always talking about you, bruh. Like, I be in the tent with her at night, and that's all she does is talk about you, bro. She's saying she having sexual dreams about you and everything. He's like, bro, that's why I don't trust her, bro. She lying to me. Like, she kept lying to Omac, and it's like, Omac was so upset. And he's driving, but he's starting to like swerve. And I'm like, Omac, are you good? Are you good, bro? We were supposed to have a meeting about this, but we let it go. He was like, he was driving like fast too, and he was doing this. And I'm like, yo, Omac, calm the fuck down.
Chief, let me ask you this question. Do you think...
Hold on. Let me tell the story.
Okay.
Mute your mic too, because you got to lose feedback. So Omac is driving, and I'm like, slow down, bro, slow down, because he's getting emotional. And he's like, told you, I knew it. I knew this. He kept saying, I knew it. I knew that she was in love with you. Because she has your thoughts. He start coming out like boom, boom, boom. And she's like nervous to say it. She's in the passenger seat. Serenity, I'm looking at Serenity like, Serenity, don't play with me, my nigga. Did she really say that shit, bro? She like, yes. She said she's in love with you too. She told me to tell you that she loves you too. Like, she's in love with you. Like, and I was like, and I was telling her stuff just to know. I said, yo, Serenity, tell her that I like when she wears that little ribbon on her head. I like when she tie her hair up and wear that ribbon. And I like her cookies. So when I said that, I used to come out and she used to have the ribbon on her head. So I knew that she knew. And I'm like, yo, she wore the ribbon. She wore the ribbon. She said, she's like, yeah. And Serenity is in love with the idea that we're in love with each other. And she's like happy to bring me the message. She's like, oh my God, master teacher, she is really in love with you. Like, she's, oh my God. Just I'm like, yo, that's crazy. I'm feeling these feelings. That's wild. So now it's time. We were supposed to have a meeting, but before the meeting, this all just happened. And then all of a sudden, Velvet just says, yes, I'm in love with you, okay? I'm in love with him. I don't know how to tell him about her. I'm in love. She started snapping. Omac, it got quiet as shit. And now, me, I play reverse psychology. I said, so if you're in love with me, why did you tell her I'm like your teacher? And she's like, I'm telling her that because I feel guilty. I feel bad because I am in love with you and I can't stop thinking about you. Nigga, this is what happened. You understand? And I'm like, yo. I'm like, oh shit. But my nigga Omac is hurting. But I'm in love. But this nigga he's hurting. So this is a situation. So I'm like, yo, we had a meeting. Omac was like, man, I just stayed with her for a long time, bro, but I already knew she wanted you, bro. Like, I always knew she wanted you. I kept asking her. So this is what happened. Omac with this depression, bro. He was literally like crawled up in a ball, bro, in a ball outside, and I felt so fucking bad for him, bro. Like, bro, this is, I can't get it like this, bro. I can't get it like this. So we had a meeting. It was just me, her, and Omac in the room, and we sat in this circle. And I wanted him to ask her everything. I wanted closure right before I could even answer the shit that we said we had. So we had this amazing meeting, yo. This meeting was so, yo, I forgot this meeting because in this meeting, everybody came from their heart. And he just wanted to know, why did you lie to me? When my intuition told, he said his intuition had already been telling him, you know how it is when you feeling something, but then somebody tells you that you're not feeling that, but you know your intuition, but you know, so it make you feel crazy. And then when you find out your intuition was right, you'll be like, motherfucker, why you play like that? Because I'm in a relationship with my intuition, and you made my intuition feel like it was wrong. So Omac was it was more hurt that he knew it. But she kept telling him other shit and beating him in the head, saying like, nah, I don't want him. He's like my teacher. He's like my father. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that hurt him more than anything. What really hurt Omac is that she kept lying about how she felt about me to him. You know what I mean? That's what hurt Omac. Omac was more hurt that he knew because she kept telling him shit, saying shit. He used to ask her questions. Later on, she would tell me stories about how he was just, always asking about, do I love you? And trying to get the truth out of her. Like, just trying to get the truth out of her. And so we sat in this circle in a room together, closed the door, and we sat and we talked. And I said, Mac, ask her what you want to ask her. He was like, yo, why you lie to me? And she sat there and she was like, I was too afraid to tell you. And then he was like, but I already knew you was having dreams. But why would you deny it? Because there's two parts of Velvet. Y'all don't know this about her. There's a part that you see, and there's another part. She hides. You don't know that other part of her. I do. So we're sitting there in this moment, and Omac is feeling better. He's feeling better. The shit was like healing, and it was all over for that moment. And at night, I think she had already been pregnant with his baby. She was already pregnant with his baby. But we had sex that night. It was crazy. Like the sex was like the first time. Like this shit was good. Am I lagging, guys? Are y'all watching it on the thing? Am I lagging? Can you put it up?
No, I got you. You good so far.
Okay, good.
No, you're not lagging. You're not lagging. No.
Okay, look. So it's and guys, keep the hearts going. The sex crazy. Because of the emotions that had built over time, waterworks, crazy, amazing, to the point where it was like, all right, now it's official. Your minds. We was about to go to Mexico. Omac drove to Mexico with us, but he could not stay after all that had happened. Omac said, yo, I'm out. And he left. We dropped him off. He left. He said, I can't watch the whole thing. He couldn't stand the whole thing. After all that happened, after the lies, after he knew, he just couldn't understand. And then, so he says, yeah, just give me a hotel room and we be straight from here. We're going to go our separate ways. With me, I'm not good with emotions. Like when it comes to emotions, like I'm the type of person, like I'm an Aquarius. I'm Aquarius with an Aries moon. So it's like, with emotions. I don't do well with emotions. Like when I'm emotional, like, all right, what can we do? I'm a problem solver. When things get emotional, my mind immediately goes to solutions. Like, okay, what should we do now? Like, how do we do? What are we gonna do now? We can feel whatever we want to feel. What we gonna do? That's how my mind works. So I'm not good with emotions, bro. So I was like, yo, bro, she was literally trying to make Omac stay. She was like, stay on your journey, stay on your path. He's like, nah, I'm good. I'm gonna leave. He had already been talking to people from the outside. He was gone. So we did get him a room in Mexico, and he had got a flight back or whatever. We moved forward. And I remember having that drive through Mexico going into Belize. And I remember watching her going through this transformation. As soon as she started making love to me, she started having this gloss over her as a woman. Like I made her a woman. I seen me turn her into this beautiful woman. She was a little girl, and I turned her into this beauty. There's a glaze of beauty over her that I started to see. And she started to, like, her bone structure started to change. And she used to be like a little chubby little Miss Piggy when she first came to me. But then she became like, if you go down my page, avatar.natureboy, you'll see her transformation. And she started to change. I started to teach her more of my knowledge. She knew how to absorb all my knowledge. Just so good. She could absorb all of it. She can go deep. She could go very deep in my mind. And I would teach her for hours as I'm driving through Mexico. I would teach her everything that I knew, all of my knowledge. There was no other woman, even though I'm still polygamous. I taught her. And she was all I had, and was in love with her. So I was like, she had my attention. She had all my attention. You understand what I'm saying? And we were driving for hours, and I would talk to her about information. I would teach her. I would teach her like Mr. Miyagi and Karate Kid type shit. Like that's how it was. I taught her my way. I taught her everything. I would even stop her. I would discipline her. Don't ever do that, because people are gonna look at you like this. Don't do that. Listen. Da, da, da. And I was very passionate with her. We would pull over. I would make love to her, and I would teach her stuff all the time. And I said, you see how you did that? Don't do that. She's like, why? And I'm like, teaching her all this. She's so inquisitive. That's my baby. She was so like bright and like empty and willing to learn. You know what I mean? It was just a perfect student. She is the perfect woman, like, you know what I'm saying, to put all your mind into. Perfect container, man. You know what I mean? And then we found out she was pregnant. Then she had a miscarriage. We didn't know if she was pregnant by me or Omac. And that was like up in the air. Whose baby is it? We was in the middle of Mexico. I never forget. She had a miscarriage. She had the miscarriage like a G. A strong G. She had that motherfucker. She popped that shit out and went and did it. And then she went and did a download. I was like, oh shit. This my little nigga. I'm in love with this little, like, this is my little nigga. This is my little protege. This little me. Okay? This little me, nigga. This is my little nigga. I don't put everything into her. This is my little nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was so proud. So proud of her. She spit that baby out, went out there and did a download about transformation. I said, yo, this woman cold. She cold. I was so happy. Happiest man in the world. Because my Venus is in Sagittarius. So all of my love relationships have to be attached to philosophy and spirituality. So I'm in love with the idea of having a student that I can train. And, you know, she had this miscarriage. Weeks later, she's pregnant again immediately. This woman absorbed me so much, she became pregnant with my baby. Just like that. And we knew it was mine this time. Nobody else's. So we like, wow, you pregnant. There's no other woman there. There's no other. We're in the middle of beautiful seas, water. And this is when you see pictures of us in the water, and I'm training her, and I'm giving her. I like the fact that she was so receptive to my information, and she was so funny, and she was entertained by me. She was standing there and just, if you watch my videos, you watch her in my videos, she's so, go watch Where Are We Located, and you will see how she looks at me. She used to look at me with this look like she was like so paying attention, so focused and narrow-minded to what I was saying that it was like, it's a good feeling for me because I like to be listened to. I like someone to focus, someone that's like, she took all distractions and just focused all of her mind on me. And every night, she drunk what was on the menu. She wanted to do it so she can get all of my energy, all the power. She dedicated herself to getting all my knowledge, all my power, all my power, all my power. And I loved it. And then one night, I never forget when we conceived Eliana. We didn't even have a house. We lived on a plot of land. We had tents set up. We cooked outside. We lived outside. Anybody been following me for a long time? You remember when we was in Belize? We was in Belize. We was on a plot of land, and the land was, it was like land, and it was water, and the moon and the stars was out there. It was crazy. And I never forget the day we conceived, because when Eliana came out of me, all of this was empty. I woke up and I had to breathe chi back in my body. She had took all my energy. She took half my soul. I could feel it. When I came so hard. She took all of me into her, and that was Eliana. That's why Eliana looks just like me. She is me, and she was able to take all of my soul and take it and reproduce it and sustain it. And I just thought that was the most amazing. It was the most amazing experience ever. Okay, so and we was in Belize. I remember waking up and all of this right here, all of this felt empty. This is where all your life force is at. It's in your stomach. You don't even know that until that happens. So I had to breathe. I was breathing life back into my body. It was the weirdest thing ever. I was crazy. It was on a full moon too. We made her on a full moon. I never forgot it. And it's a power. Eliana's gonna be a very powerful entity. Very powerful entity. So as we move forward, every relationship must have its test. So now she's my number one. And then now here comes the woman. The inevitable. I am polygamous. The inevitable. Women start coming. First it was one woman. I have sex with them. You come into my world, you belong to me. If I want to fuck you, I'm going to fuck you. No one's going to stop me. You're in my world. You came to my life. You said, Baba G, I want to be one of your students. If you come here, you're a woman, if I want to fuck you, I'm going to have sex with you. You know, most women are willing. I'm going to take it. But if I want it, I'm going to have it. Any woman here belongs to me if I want them. Be straight up with you. I'm going to be all the way real with you. I'm not going to sugarcoat shit. It's mine if I want it. If it doesn't, I don't want it. If it's somebody else's and I love my brother, that's his wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. But I'm chief here. This is my world. You come to my world. I'm all the way in the mountains somewhere. And you telling me you're going to come here as a woman in my world? If I want you, I'm going to have you. If I don't want you, I'm not going to touch you. You understand what I'm saying? So, but when a woman come, they come for me. They want to fuck me. I want to have sex with as many women as I can. I want as many children as I can. I can reproduce myself. I want to be fruitful and multiply. When a woman come, I'm going to have sex with them. I'm like, oh, this is going to be my woman. I'm going to have sex with her. Straight up, I've told her the honest truth. I never lied to her. Never lied. As much as we were in love, and we were so deeply connected, that when I had sex with another woman, the idea that someone else would take me from her would drive her crazy. And I seen that. But I also looked at that as something that would be crippling for me, because I'm a Venus in Sagittarius, man. You understand? And I understood that all she wanted was me. But I'm a chief. She can be my queen, but I'm gonna have many wives. So then we get to Palenque, Mexico. And was our relationship then. Here comes the real. 5 women coming at a time. No one was there at first, but all of these women wanted my wife at the same time. And of course, as chief, I said, the chief this came when I said, I seen that Velvet didn't understand she was special to me. But this had nothing to do with my nature. Procreate, be fruitful and multiply. Oh, the woman, listen, I had to let her know, baby. And this is what the whole thing was about. The whole thing in Palenque, all the baby, oh, snatched the baby, and I hit her. I didn't hit her. She snatched the baby. The relationship was intense because she wanted me all to herself, but I wasn't having it. And she knew I was supposed to be chief and I was supposed to have many wives, but she could not stand sharing me. Not as deep as connected as she was to me. You know how you women get. She had my soul. And she did not want me to share. She did not want to share me because sharing me took her back to her childhood. Her and her dad, when she was younger, she wanted this relationship with her father. This is the truth. And she used to tell me the story, and I connected it. I said, wow, you know, you're doing that with me now. She wanted to be the only one. She wanted all daddy's attention. Like right now, she's doing all that she's doing right now for her dad. Her dad wants her to do this, and this is giving her a relationship with her dad. You don't even know this. This is what's deeply going on, is that she's trying to have a relationship with her dad, and she will do anything to have that relationship with her dad. And she put that in our relationship, and now she always wanted to be her dad's number one. Right? She used to always tell me, she used to say, my dad used to call me his ace boom coon. He's like, you my favorite one, you my girl. And she loved that as a little girl. She said she loved that so much. And then she when her mother left, she felt like she was the woman of the house. And then one day she was doing dishes, and her dad, she didn't do the dishes, and her dad got mad at her, and that really scarred her. That moment right there scarred her, man. That moment right there scarred her, and it hurt her. And so she was always trying to look for this relationship with her father, man, and the men she's dealing with. To this day, she's doing the same thing. And she, I'm gonna be honest with you. This girl, she just wants her daddy, man. Like, be honest with you, like she just wants someone all to herself. If it could be me, if I would have said, I would be with only you, we wouldn't be having this. She'd be here. I'm pretty sure all of you know that. But the idea is that I'm just not like that. My life was not set up that way. I have a different mission in mind. And what happened was, through all that you've seen in Mexico, was there was let's see, there was Efru, there was Aya, there was what's her name? Was Joy? There was Sheba, and then there was no, Malia came later. The other girl that was with Keys, that was with Vibes. All 5 of them was my wives at the same time with them. Madhouse. She did not want to share me, bruh. And this whole thing, first it was young Pharaoh came in and exposed, and I turned my camera around while that was going on. Okay, we're talking about someone that had deeply bonded with me, and was young, just could not handle the idea of me sharing with any other. And you was watching this online happen. Became like a real nigga moment. Like I was trying to figure out how to keep her there, because she's then figured out that she had that kind of power to say, I'm leaving, and that I was going to shut everything down to make sure I go grab her and take her back. See, once she realized how valuable it was.
That's true, Chief. That's true, because when the real nigga moments was on the other women, she was comfortable in agreement. But when it was on her, that's when she ran.
So she figured, they need me, I'm going to use this to, so she would run, and I ain't gonna lie, like, to get her back, I would promise shit that wasn't even me. I would say shit like, baby, I'm gonna be with only you. It's gonna be me and you, baby. I could do it. I got you. I told all the wives, go to the other men. Leave me alone, baby. Look, they're with other men. Come back.
Yeah, because I want to kind of irking me with that shit too.
Bro, in my mind really felt like, yo, I cannot lose my daughter. I can't lose her. I can't lose I'm in love with her. It's not just my daughter. I was in love with her. And I was trying to keep her, but still be myself. Yo, I was trying to keep her, but still be myself, yo. I wanted the relationship. I've been in love with you, but that has nothing to do with my human nature as a man. I'm going to be with other women. Couldn't, no.
Yeah, so that part of
So this whole relationship, the whole relationship was that. That is the whole thing, bro. This is what's going on. The whole thing. We're madly in love with each other to this day. We're madly in love with each other. But I'm Chief. I love her to this day. She loves me to this day. No matter what we have said about each other online, how ugly it's gotten, and the core of everything, we're still madly in love with each other. And it's just a whole bunch of other things have happened, and it has clouded and saturated that love with crud and nasty things that were said and done out of hurt, and all this hurt and pain is but in the center of all that hurt and pain is we are madly in love with each other. And so she can't give her heart away because it belongs to me. There's no other man because she just wants me. So the only man she can relate to me is her father. And so now whatever he wants her to do, she's gonna do it. And she used to come to me all the time, and she's like, "My dad, all he think about is money. That's all he think about is money. He just trying to hustle. He just talking about cosmic currency. That's all he want to do." So when you see this stuff going online, she's with her dad. He putting that battery in her back, man. He want to make money off of me. So it's not really her. She really doing what her dad want to do. Plus, she's hurt. She's hurting. When you see her crying, she cries so easy because she's hurt. She wants to be with me. She don't like to see other women around me and that I'm still doing the same thing. She would love for me to let everything go and say, "Oh, Velvet is the love of my life. I need her. I want to be with her. And I'm only going to be with her." But that would be, I said that. I've done that lie before. I've lied already. I did that before, baby. I can't do that to you no more. I did that to Maisha. You're the reason why I became polygamy. I read my chart, and I have certain aspects of me that I'm made to be who I am. I know exactly who I am. I'm supposed to have my queen, and then I'm supposed to have my wives. And that's where I feel comfortable. That's where I know who I am. I know who I am. And I can't be manipulated, not even with using my daughter. As much as I love the fact that my daughter has my whole face, I can't be something that I'm not. To my own self, I have to be true. And all of that you see right now, and all this stuff, oh, he did this to me, he did that to me. Let's talk about putting hands on her. Let's talk about that.
Wait, before we get there, Chief, I want to ask you. So the whole Chiefess title wasn't a part of Coronation. You created that just to make her feel comfortable, or just to make her feel
because
special?
I had all these wives coming in wanting to be my wife.
Hey, Queen, it's no feedback on your side, brother.
Your feedback is on Thea's side. Thea, you have to mute your mic after the question. Okay, so everybody watched it. I made her chiefess, right? So that she can, because she's very insecure about, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? She wants a man all to herself, a man that would dedicate his whole life to her. That's just not me. She wants a man. She wants me, not a man. Me, a man as smart as me, as handsome as me, and that she's in love with like me. She's never gonna find it doing the things she's doing. She's hurting. She's hurt. Everything she's doing.
Chief, I think she wants to come back deep down inside, but she got so many people in her ear now that it's to the point she'll feel embarrassed.
She don't want to
and
upset
it
her
will be a
father.
big embarrassment.
She loves her father very much. She's a daddy's girl.
Not just the father, the people
Nah, not the
too.
people. It's her dad. She doesn't want to let her dad down. She don't give a fuck about the people. She loves her dad. She's a daddy girl. She's a daddy's girl. She loves her daddy. She loves her. She loves her daddy. The people, yes, she cares about what the public thinks about her, but not truly, because she's came back and forth
The
before.
money.
And also, if you know, no one escapes carbonation. No one escapes here. You come here, I'm straight up with you. Like I'm an open book. My life is public. People do whatever they want with it, but I always say, whatever you do in my life is a reflection of who you are to yourself, right? So I'm gonna say, when it came to the hitting, let's talk about that. In the beginning of our relationship, I used to feel like she was trying to create a situation with her and her dad. Her dad used to beat her ass all the time.
Wow.
One time he drove into the car, put in the car. She was very rebellious, always fighting with her father growing up. You could ask her about the relationship with her father. And if she's honest, she'll tell you she had a very violent relationship with her dad. You know what I'm saying? So he used to whip her ass all the time. And she even said it online when he met up with us all together. Remember we was at the Mexican table? They was having an argument
I
because
remember.
she said that you beat her, you kicked her, you and your wife jumped her.
Yeah.
Right? You jumped her. That's what she said. She said, yo, you jumped her.
So do you think she used to trigger you because she liked that
Right. She used to do
fight and
things.
makeup thing?
Yeah. And guess what? I ain't gonna lie. Like, she used to like trigger me to try to hit her. And that she used to turn me on. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, bro. That she used to turn me on. It's to turn her on too. We used to have like some steamy hot sex after that shit. It was crazy. Like it's a weird thing, but she liked the idea of me getting aggressive with her. Like she got a little dirty side, like a little, you know what I'm saying, a little dirty side. But I used to yoke her up a lot, like, yo, stop playing. But it became like to get my attention, anything to get my attention. She wanted my attention no matter what, whether we was fighting, arguing, as long as the attention was on her, it didn't matter. And I realized that. I was like, oh, you just doing this shit for attention. So then she started putting hands on me when I figured out I'm gonna ignore that. I'm gonna ignore that because I know she started getting upset the fact that I wouldn't give her the attention and start getting physical with me.
Yeah, because I remember she punched you.
She scratched my hands up. She scratched my whole face up. And I used to be about to really hit her, but that would make her feel good. If I was to put hands on her, it made her feel like I cared about her. And I'm like, yo, what are you doing? So
tried to stab you with some scissors.
She's trying to stab me. She tried to stab me. She tried to goddamn. She hit me in the face with a plate. Like the girl's, she's violent.
That's why I mentioned the viewers, because she mentioned right before she punched you, she mentioned something about how the viewers gonna look at things. So that's why I figured she do things
video
for
out
views
there
sometimes.
was punched me. I don't know if they sent the stuff already. There, she's violent, and I had to create boundaries, my G. We in the middle of Mexico. You're not gonna just be punching me in my face, dogs. You're not gonna be throwing stuff at me and smacking me in my head across the head just to get attention. We're not going there, bro. I'm not allowing you to put your hands on me because I'm not giving you the attention you want. And so then after that, no, bro, listen, y'all can believe whatever y'all want to believe. I'm giving you my side of the story. You can take it and you can do whatever you want for it. I don't want y'all to get me. I just want you to know the truth. All the way from my heart.
She started screaming to the neighbors. Remember, she started screaming, so the neighbors, that could have got y'all in a lot of trouble when they didn't. The neighbors didn't see her punch you.
Yeah, it's a lot of things she did to get. Like, I'm all right. Look, so here's the thing. She went and left for attention, right? She left. She told her dad. Remember when they recorded her? Remember that they recorded her, and when her dad put out the recording of her saying she wanted to come. She wanted to come back, but she came back to me. But she came back to me, but already the recording was out. She had said one thing to her father and one thing to me. So what is the relationship between me versus her father? Me versus her father. Her father trying to get her back versus me. Her father in the air versus like, yo, what's up? What you gonna do? You gonna be with me? You got my baby. You got my daughter. Like, she gonna be with your father. Which one you gonna do? She's like, I'm gonna be with you. You know what I'm saying? And then she came back, and that's the reason why Pops came down, had the police come down. She literally, right in front of Pops, told him, like, no, he didn't do that. Da-da-da-da. We got it all recorded. We put a whole little video together, baby, to show you. I hope they sent it to me already.
Which one you talking about? The one where she was fighting you in the hotel?
I got it right here.
No, the father, when he came in.
It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube right now. And we put it up. Undeniable, irrefutable proof Velvet is in her lower self. So we put the video out, and it shows clips of the whole situation. We literally clipped everything up very nice and neatly. Right now, I believe it's up on my page. I'm gonna put it up there for like maybe the next 6 days, yo. You know what I'm saying? So this way you can go see another side of the story. A lot of people just chiming in. They don't know. Oh yeah, it's up. It's right there. Nature Boy TV, YouTube. Go check it out. I break it all down in that video in 1 hour. I break it down, everything that happened. I break everything down. Boom, boom, boom. Check it out when you get a chance. Well, check this out. If you put your hands on me, I can't keep hitting me, bruh. You're not gonna put your hands on me. You're not gonna keep scratching my face up so no other woman will want me. You're not gonna keep doing little sneaky shit to me. Yo, I had to create boundaries. You understand me? And on top of that, this girl would leave, come back after she calmed down, but walk with my daughter. We in the middle of Mexico. She would literally take my daughter out of nowhere and start walking in the middle of Mexico. In the middle, just yo, she did this in Panama. She get upset. She don't like polygamy. She don't
On
want
the
to be in
beach.
a relationship.
On the beach.
Huh?
On the beach that time.
On the beach that time. Y'all seen all this stuff though. On the beach. Remember on the beach?
Yeah,
Yo.
y'all were looking for her.
So check this out. Out of nowhere, I don't want. She would try it. She was like, "Okay, I'm going to do it, guys. I know polygamy." She got videos about polygamy. She's sitting there talking about what you do under pressure. She was literally teaching the knowledge. She was trying. You watch the whole thing. And the thing about the devil is the devil keep repeating things over and over and over as if it's true. Dude, we have the records. She was treated very well because all women wanted me. And they still want me, and I'm still here with all the women. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna stop. It'll be me. But here's the thing. After that, she couldn't get her way, and when she couldn't get her way, she said, "Fuck it, I'ma leave." She would walk out in the middle of the cold weather. It don't matter, in the middle of the night. You want me to let you walk out with my daughter in the middle of the night? No, I'm not letting you walk out with my daughter in the middle of the night. I'm sorry. I have the right to protect my daughter and my child. You know what I'm saying? You're in your emotions right now. Get off of me. Don't touch me. I'm like, yo, chill out, bro. Just wait till the morning. Wait till the rising. We'll call somebody. No, I'm leaving right now. Start walking out in the middle of the fucking night. Walking down the fucking mountain, bro. With my daughter.
In the jungle.
In the jungle. Bro, you think I'm about to let her walk out the door? No. So I grab her like, no, you go. I had to tell the girls, grab my daughter, restrain her, try to hold her down. In the midst of that, I'm getting hit, scratched. Motherfucker, fuck all y'all, man. Shit going crazy. I'm like, yo, you not about to walk out in the middle of the night with my daughter, yo. You not. So that's when she says, I'm holding her hostage. My nigga, I'm not holding you hostage. I don't care about that. All I'm saying is you're not about to walk out at 3 a.m. because you heard me and Aya having sex.
That's what it was. It was an incident with
Yeah.
Raw. Remember, look, you had Raw. I remember in the bed with you when she first came, and it was something like y'all was laying in the bed together, and she started sucking your dick or some shit like that, and she turned up on you. Then that was when Rod first came. That was on day one.
So check this out. I'm holding you hostage because I won't let you walk out 3 a.m. in the middle of fucking Panama in the middle of a mountain and let you start walking down a block with my daughter on a fucking carriage. I'm holding you hostage? No. Efru, Aya, I'm gonna restrain her, grab my daughter. This chick is not about to walk outside in the middle of the night and have me up here thinking where the fuck they at, if they okay or not. I'm not having that. You could call that whatever you want to call it, but I'm not having it.
She knows your daughter was your weakness. That's why.
Bro, but the thing is, we're madly in love with each other. I still love you. You still love me. You just can't get your way with me. And so now you found another way. And that all the shit she's doing right now is like her dad's ideas. Like, You talk shit about him, do this. Let's get this money. Fuck that. Get this money. These are dad's ideas. Never moved like this before. You understand? So she doesn't like to share me, man. She loves me to death. She just doesn't want to share me. She doesn't want to share me. And now that she's gone, she'll never let me go. If she really didn't care about me, she wouldn't let me go. She's in love with me. Leave me alone. I was online. This is my domain. This is my world. Remember, I brought you into my world. No one is trying to stop you from talking, motherfucker. This is my shit. When you go on, people only listening to you to hear what you got to say about Nature Boy. If you stop talking about me, ain't nobody gonna listen to you. You know that.
All facts.
Yo, bro, I'm gonna live my life. I've been living my life before you came. I'm gonna live my life after you. Am I love it? I love you, baby girl. I love you. I miss you. I'm here and no. I called you. You scared to meet up with me because you too far on your shit. You went too far this time, sweetheart. You trapped. And now you're gonna take it all the way, but your soul is trapped. Her soul is trapped. You're not looking at her, you're looking at a shell. It's not a soul there. She's hurting and I love her. And every time I see, that's why I let her talk about me. I let her talk about me. I'm being real with you, yo. Being all the way real with you. I'm being all the way fucking transparent with you, bro. I cannot fucking lie, bro. Am I screaming? Or I'm just from New York. That's how I know, bro. Am I offending y'all? I'm just being real with you. So now she's like, fuck it, I'll do whatever. Because I'm out here, I'm lost. Fuck it. I'll fuck all these dudes. I'll do all this stuff. I'll have all these experiences because I can't be and have what I want. She wants me. She realized she can't have me because I'm not going to have it, right? She's thought about just coming back and working on it, but she just realizes like she did that multiple times. It's not going to work. So now she's just hurt and bitter. And now her dad is in her ear like, get this money. He's behind the scenes. She's literally crying. And then recently, right, she calls me. She's ready to come back to me. She's ready to work on herself. She's ready to come back, right? And her going to visa is just her. She don't care what she's doing. She's just moving around, man. Ain't even, it's dead. Everything she's doing, it had no feelings in it, no heart in it. She ain't no visa. Just met this nigga. All of a sudden, they going to get married. Visa's gay. I'm sorry.
Chief, do you think that April Fool's joke really meant something to her?
Yeah, it was. Yo, when the
people
April
don't play like that.
It was done with such detail that
Yeah.
she wanted for that moment to be the real her. That's the real her.
I believe that.
She loves. Listen, let me tell you something. Velvet, I made her. Not Velvet, but Eliana. I made Eliana. There's Eliana and then there's Velvet. Velvet is the one that in her lower self, and Eliana is the one that's a teacher. She's a philosopher. She loves to teach. She can't get online and do downloads. Remember the downloads she used to do?
Yeah.
For the downloads.
Velvet stalks you. All right, it's
not funny. It's not funny because I want you to know what's going on a psychological level. I want people to know what's going on a psychological level. Then I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna go back to living my life, but I want you to know my side of the story and what's going on, so that you have a full perspective and that you can watch it now with more depth, with more perspective, right? Period. Right. So, yeah, I wouldn't say I'm in love with her, but I love her. I love her. She can do nothing. My love for her is unconditional. She can say nothing and do nothing for me to stop loving her.
And the chief gave this girl the entire solar system.
Facts. But except I did not give her me only. That's what she wants. I can't do that. I can't do it. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I can't do it. I have a mission.
Do you think it's lagging a little?
Okay, I'm listening to you. I can hear you just fine.
Do you think that she was more so soul tied and she may not be like your soulmate? It could have been just a soul tie and then a baby was brought for a different purpose for your life.
Well, see, that's the thing. The baby is me. The baby is me. The baby is me. Like Eliana is me. She always will have a piece of me with her. but she's also developing through all of these emotions. She's locked away in there. You don't see the real her. You're seeing this. When she's crying, she's not crying about what she's talking about. If you really pay attention and you're really in tune, you'll realize she's not crying about what she's talking about. She's crying for something else. She's crying out of all the feelings she's trapped. And I'm just letting you know this. If anybody of you that's really intuitive, you will see that what's happening on the surface is not what's happening, bro. It's not what's happening. I'm telling you the truth. On my daughter, she's hurting. She wants to be back with me. And that's just that.
I believe both of you guys are each other's first love. I've been watching y'all for years. I really
man, I'm 38. I had a lot of loves, yo. I had a lot of loves. I'm 38.
I believe.
Well,
I'll be
39 this month.
Like in your older years, I believe that when you met her, you might have had a lot of first loves, but on your mission, I believe she's the first love of your mission. To me,
right.
I really believe that because that was the
she
one
was
woman.
able to
That was the one woman.
She was able to absorb. She was able to absorb all of me.
Yes, you put her on a pedestal more than any woman I've seen.
Right. And so all the abuse, the manipulation, that's bullshit. All these people that saying all that shit has watched the whole journey. That's all bullshit. She's in love with me. I love her. I want my daughter. I want to see my daughter. I'm here in the NO. Tell her, cut it out. Cut the bullshit out. Face your father. Tell your father that you want to be with him. And just be all the way real. But you have to live in that reality. You have to live in the reality. I have made well with what I feel. I know who I am. I don't look when I turn this phone off, I have to live with myself. I want you to read something. Do me a favor. Read something for me real quick. I'm gonna read something for you real quick. Watch this.
Okay, read it.
Velvet is a Leo with a Capricorn moon. Watch this. And you tell me if this is not her. She's a Leo with a Capricorn moon. Very, very masculine. Watch this. You have the combination of a Leo sun and a Capricorn moon. The pairing makes you very determined and resolute. You know what you want and how to get it. You think quick and you're sharp. Typically, Leo personality is friendly. You may lack that in you. She's a very friendly person. You are a tough competitor and hard to beat. You are very concerned about what others think and feel about you. See, for her, it's
Definitely.
like she cares about what people think and feel about her. She's very concerned about that. I'm the opposite. I don't give a fuck what you think about me. She's very concerned about what people think about her. She feels that I'm talking shit about her, but she's not really listening. I'm not talking shit about you, baby. I'm telling people what's really going on, and that's it. Not to hurt you, it's not to silence you. You can say whatever you want. Just keep my name out your mouth. Why you keep talking about me? You're talking about me like this because your father keeps telling you to feed off of me. Feed off that nature boy. Feed off that name. Anybody that says my name, they get views. It's clout chasing. But it's hurting you at the same time. It's hurting you. So you care about what people think about you. It says you are very concerned about what people think of and feel about you. You want others to like and respect you. Your presentation and conduct are admirable. People get to see your pleasant and jolly side. You may be firm and rigid from the inside, but are capable. It says, but you are capable. It says you may be firm and rigid from the inside, but you are capable of hiding it underneath this nice, agreeable outside. Listen to this. You tend to disguise yourself, your true self. Look, read it.
I hear you. That sounds like Velvet, honestly. And I'm not saying this. That sounds exactly
Look.
how
What does it say? What does it say? You tend to disguise your true self, but it cannot be said that you are shy or aloof. You present yourself as very confident and positive person, even though you may be down in the dumps from the inside. You are always happy and smiling. So you have to realize the way she's set up, what you're seeing, and what's going on the inside, I can feel her. Me and her have soul ties. I know what's going on. What you're seeing is not what's going on. You can't expose me. You can't. No one can expose me because I've already been exposed. I'm a public figure. I live my life online. You can't expose somebody that's transparent. Like, I'm me. I have nothing to hide. That's why I'm going to open up for Q&A. I'm going to open up for y'all to come ask me questions. And I'm going to open up for you to just, come ask me whatever you want to ask me, as long as it ain't a stupid question. If it's a stupid question, we're going to block you and get you out of here. But if it's a sound question, you really want to come up and talk about stuff you heard.
Chief, before you allow people to come up, I do want to ask you some questions, when you're done with, putting forth the, your story and stuff about it. So we can just go to the next section when you're ready.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, you can ask me questions. You hit that light for me? And you bring me something like chew on. It's echoing because of. All right, guys. What I want to do at this time is I want to let people up in box number 4 for questioning. Anybody got any questions that you heard that she said that you want to ask me directly, that you want to talk to me about? I'm here. I'm here straight up. Just let me know.
Chief, let me ask you this question. What do you think is the greatest misconception that the general public has about you and what you stand for and Carbon Nation? The greatest misconception.
Yeah, you gotta.
It's not me. It's number 2, actually.
No, it's you, Thea. Yeah, sweetheart, it is. That's number 2.
What is the greatest misconception?
Mute your mic, number 2. Thea, go ahead. Keep hearts in the building,
yes.
guys.
Yeah, my question is, what do you think is the greatest misconception about you and Carbon Nation?
That we have bad intentions. You know what I'm saying? Like, the intentions are bad. That we have diseases and that we're spreading diseases and we're fucking. That we're beating women over here. They're not fucking eating, malnutrition, like stupid shit like that. All the fucking rumors are just misunderstood. But that's okay. People gonna find out the truth. You can trick the people sometimes, but you can't trick all the people all the time. So, that Bob Marley said that. So in time, people are going to see the truth about things. You know what I'm saying?
How many occasions would you say, if you were to put a number on it, that you said that Velvet physically abused you, like putting hands on you? If you were to put a number of how many occasions she did that, what number would that be?
I wouldn't. I don't like to say like physically abuse me because we were in a very intense relationship. I don't like to play the victim. I hate that. I hate that victim shit. Oh, somebody did something to me and I ain't do nothing and they all did stuff to me. Nothing. I don't like that shit, man. I take my shit. I take responsibility for my shit. You understand what I'm saying? We in a tense relationship. I understand why she got like that because she didn't know how to respond to her emotions. Most people are emotionally unintelligent. They don't know how to respond to their own emotions. So I understand. I wouldn't call it abuse because that would make me a victim. I'm not a victim of shit. When you make yourself a victim, you say that you will give away your power. That means you was not in control. You had no control over that. And if you have no control over it, then you can't change anything. You're giving somebody else power when you're the very author of your life. I would never say I'm a victim, ever. Even with white supremacy. White supremacy is there for me to overcome as an obstacle. I did this to myself. And I have excuses. You know what I'm saying? So for me, you never want to say someone did something to you, ever. Like, I take full responsibility. I did this to myself. You know what I mean? I seen signs, but I was too weak to let her go because I had feelings for her. I don't want to see another man fucking her. The idea of another man fucking my wife, it irks me. So I made decisions from that space. Like, yo, I'm going to take you back because I don't want to think about nobody else fucking with you. And I knew, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've made decisions from those spaces, you know what I'm saying? As like, just to dominate in that shit like that. You feel me? So, yeah, it's no.
Question. I want to get to your daughter. Why do you think she's keeping baby Eliana away from you? If you were to tell me why you think she's doing it, why do you think she's doing it? And what steps have you taken to try to reconnect back with your daughter? And what does she say when you try to do that?
She doesn't want to keep my daughter from me. She shows her me all the time secretly. She shows Eliana her dad. She wants her. She sees two sides that you're not seeing. There's one side of her that is in love with me, that's secretly in love with me, and will never let me go. And the idea that she can even talk about me every day it makes her happy, even if it's bad, because she gets to think about me. She gets to talk. She gets to stay close to me. She won't let me go. She won't go. She don't go too far. And she loves my daughter, and she loves my daughter like that's her way of loving me. You know, her relationship with my daughter is a relationship with me. My daughter looks just like me and acts just like me. I mean, my daughter is me. She's a mini me, straight up. You ever met my daughter? You're gonna be like, yo, that's Chief. Straight up, she's a boss. She's telling you, she never let you touch it. Like, get off me, touch me. She's not emotional. She's tough. The girl's tough, and she's smart, very alert. She's me. My daughter's me. And as far as getting her back, I'm gonna tell you like this. I was raised in a world where I didn't have a mother, father, or family, and it made me who I am. We all are on journeys, and we're exactly where the universe wants us to be to get us to become who we're supposed to be. So no matter what I want, inshallah, Allah is in control. The universe is in control. The universe wants her to go through the things she's going through to become who she's supposed to be. I am who I'm supposed to be, and my children will be who they're growing to be. Everyone has a divine purpose, and everything's happening not by what you say or he says or what we want, but by the bigger picture of what needs to happen. It's bigger than me. It's bigger than
Do
me.
you think you kind of lost yourself, when you're in a relationship with her? Kind of lost focused on your mission, your core values. You think you lost a bit of yourself, focusing so much energy on your relationship with her and not trying to lose her. So would you think you lost a bit of yourself trying to love her?
Yes, I lost the things that made me weak. I lost the things all the things that I thought I feared the most. I died. I become stronger. I become more compassionate. I become more softer and more feminine. I become, if you know me, I become more acceptable to even my lower self and embracing that as well. And then not judging people so much. And it's made me, my opposition has made me become a better person, a fuller soul, more effective, more relatable, because I was out there. So I appreciate everything in totality for sure.
Apart from the physical qualities that you kind of like took us through, you and Velvet, do you think that, the attraction you guys had together was kind of because it was like a forbidden relationship, from the fact that she was with another man and you guys were kind of like sneaking around with each other, secretly falling in love with each other? Do you think the thing that attracted you guys together is because the love was forbidden, because you're not meant to be together? Do you think that kind of like steamed up the relationship?
Well, no, I feel like what's meant to be will be. You can't stop it. Being in a tribe or in a group, when two people want to be together, there's nothing you can do about it. When things want to come together, they're going to come together. Nothing's going to get in the way of that. You call it whatever you want to call it. It was meant to be, and it happened.
Okay. How do you feel about, because I see this a lot in the black community, right? Where if a woman and a man are together and they make a child, like a life, and it's your baby father or your baby mother, we see it in the black community where the mothers always keep the child away from the father to get at him, to spite him. Why do you think that is common in the black community?
Well, that's the infrastructure of white supremacy. It's made like that. It's like we are we are a product of our environment, right? And who created the environment? They created the behaviors. You see what I'm saying? Our behaviors are based in our conditions. Yeah. So we have a different environment and history that we've come under. We came out of slavery. We're still in slavery, psychologically. So our behavior is a lot to do with the environment we was raised in and the rules and the algorithm and the ways of the land. You know what I'm saying? So it's environment. But I'm gonna start letting people up here, Thea. We're gonna do another interview on Instagram on your page. Okay, so I'm gonna let the first person up. Let's see. And we're gonna just have slot number 4 be the place where people can come up. What's going on, number 4?
What's going on?
Hello? Okay, maybe I don't know. Hey guys, I'm gonna start accepting people to come up. I'm gonna start from the bottom of the list. You can come up and ask me a question. You can ask me whatever you want to ask me, as long as it's not incriminating, as long as it's not stupid or retarded. Please have a good question.
Damn, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't mean to come up. My bad. My bad.
Okay, it's all good, God. Peace. All right, Connie. Connie's on the way up.
Sorry.
People don't know how to use the app. Okay, Brown Skin Poppy. Brown
Yeah,
Skin Poppy.
what's up, man? I had a couple questions because I was on a
You better
live.
speak up with that thing going off. I'm trying to.
Oh, okay, my bad. So I was on a live with like some other guy. I forget his name, but he's saying he like your cousin or something. And like I don't know what kind of beef he got against you, but I guess he's the one that's saying that you are beating on people and like beating up the girls
Talking about
and all
Visa.
that stuff.
You talking about Visa?
Yeah, or I mean I don't know who he's light skinned guy that's supposed to be I forget his
Yeah.
name, but he
Yeah.
said he
What's
was
your
your
question?
cousin and he was raised
Question.
with you or something.
Nah, he wasn't raising me. But
So
what's your question?
so the question was like, was he raised with you and is the stuff that he's saying true? So
No,
like
no, that's not true. I don't. He's not my cousin. This guy's clout chasing off of me. He's a troll.
okay, yeah, okay. Well
Okay.
Neutral at
all
that.
right,
Brand spanking
All right,
neutral.
man. Peace.
all right, thanks.
Okay. I don't want to get drained by these questions. I hope I get some good ones. Shish.
Yeah, so my question is,
Hmm?
you obviously you say you're against Babylon and stuff like that, these kind of Western teachings and stuff like that. So why is it that you follow star signs when star signs was a Babylonian teaching? It was the Babylonians that invented this.
Yeah, that's a great question, Shish. But listen, can we ask that on another panel because this one's actually about what I was just talking about. But that's a great
All
question.
right,
Come back. Let's have a build about that.
all right, no problem, brother. Stay blessed.
All right, man. You too. All right, Muse, you're up.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Yeah, I see your daughter. She's like you, and she's beautiful. And
Thankful.
your wife. I don't know what's going on. You guys are separate, or she's single out there, and you're single over here. And maybe she don't need too many wives. That's the problem. I just want to know: is that the problem? Is that the problem? You guys separate?
Yeah, she wants me to herself.
And thank you, sir.
Okay.
Yo,
Okay. So, Lady G. Lady G. Okay. So nobody wants to talk. I'm gonna take a couple more callers.
Namaste, Baji. I wanted to ask a question. I also see that Velvet is live, but she's heard about. She said when she was pregnant, she suffered a lot with no medical care, and I just wanted you to.
That's not true,
That's
yo.
why I'm
That's
asking
not
you to
true.
ask questions. I'm not judging.
Okay, ask some
I'm just
questions.
asking.
There's people on the panel that was following the whole time.
Okay.
We literally would rub her. I had all the women rubbing her down, massages. She was treated with like, what? I'm telling you,
Yeah,
she's
this is
saying
what
things to
I'm saying.
get
And as
attention.
a woman and as a mother, that hurts us. So again, if you had
Please
any
don't.
videos and things like that, it'd be great to show
I
like
was there for the whole pregnancy. Like everybody watched me deliver my own child.
she said she almost died delivering the child.
That's not true.
Not in the hospital.
She's literally on a panel saying it right now.
Well, yeah, you can
She
say
was
a
in
whole
the
lot of stuff.
hospital with
That
a
don't mean it's true.
That's why I came over because I got
Yeah.
blocked there,
bro.
and
She
I
was
was
in the
like,
hospital, bro. She was in the hospital. You guys watched the whole thing. That's
because when I
crazy.
listened
It's
to
on
you,
YouTube. I
Right.
was
yeah,
sitting there holding her the whole time.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
it's
slept with
very
her. Everybody was
confusing
watching it.
what's going
It was
on.
millions of views online. We got famous off that. She had the
Yeah,
right kind of medical care. We birthed a healthy baby girl. Yo, even before that, I had an old Mexican lady from a village that would come over and rub
Yep.
her down and
Yeah.
get her prepared. I had
she
a
said that
Mexican
she
lady
didn't
from
speak
a
English.
village.
She didn't
Huh?
do medical care. She said about the Spanish lady that she didn't speak English and she didn't know what to do but rub her down. She didn't even
I
understand.
was a bad. I guess I was a bad guy. I know what I did. My heart is pure.
I
That
understand,
girl, and 3, 4 in the morning, everybody got up, making hot water, making sure because we was gonna have a water birth,
right?
making sure that she had everything she need every day.
Facts, because she wanted to have the baby at the house. That was
Right? She wanted to have the
thing.
baby in at the house. That's crazy that they're saying these things that are lies about me, yo.
Literally right
She had
now.
everything
So
she needed. We literally worked as a team. Everybody worked to baby her.
that's why I'm asking the question because again, as a woman, as a mother, and as
Yo,
this being,
I don't play when it comes to my children, yo.
and as you
I
of
do not. I
nature
go
in
out
life,
for my.
you should
Yo, when it
know that.
comes to my baby mothers, ask them about how I am when it comes to my children, yo.
The other question, I respect that your answer,
No, look,
and
look,
I
watch
thank
this,
you
watch
for
this.
answering it.
If you watch how she was treated and how I was there as a man for her, please put hearts in the building for me, bro. Because this shit is fucking crazy. Y'all watching her lie on me, bro. Like,
It's
She was
please,
treated the
crazy.
please.
best. She was treated the best when she was pregnant, for real. No lie.
Like
Bro,
this.
through
You
the
What's
just
whole
said
crazy?
that she
pregnancy,
wasn't
I treated her. They
literally right
watched it.
now.
Everybody watched it online. I had it all live. It's fucking bananas. And
Yes.
the same people that's in her room right now, were the
Yes.
same people hating her when she was over here.
Do you think that she's clout chasing and because she really loves you, that
She's
it's
doing
almost
that
like a
because of her
show that
dad.
speak your name because you're on live, she's on live, and I'm just finding
Number
this.
two, you're getting the feedback. Please mute your mic.
I'm just realizing how I'm learning you both, and I am a activist for women. So I thought, listening to her and supporting her, and of course I will. She's a beautiful young lady. She's my sister.
But
And
she's
then
lying.
no, you didn't let me finish. You didn't let me finish. But then I listened to you, and then when I first seen you, I seen some kind of ugly things you say about us, ugly things you say. But then I see things that you believe in, that I believe in, that my family taught me with about life, nature, you know. But what I'm saying is now it's coming into confusion to see one say this, one say that, one say this, one say that. And it was just ironic that I found you both live today. So I went to your panel and I listened. Then I went to her panel and I listened. And I said, Nature's Boy is live right now. Boop, I got boxed out because then I started listening to her and she started talking about her pregnancy, how bad it was, how bad you treat her, how she almost died, how you didn't care. And I'm like, wow. But then I come on your panel and you're speaking nothing but love. And of course, you admit your faults and not play a victim. And we respect that. We respect brutal honesty, even if we don't accept it, you know? So I'm not here to down you. I'm not here to down her. I just think that it's somewhere in the middle, and maybe people are playing on the emotions and almost like puppeteering her, you know, and have her to berate certain things to clout chase off your name because
Have you noticed that she hasn't done anything wrong?
she doesn't admit anything wrong. And I just looked at your
That
YouTube that you
everybody has
said.
done something to her, and she has done nothing to anyone. She says it all the time.
Yeah, she's the. I just looked at the video you said that you posted with showing with her fighting you. I know she's tough. You know, she reminds me of a
Did
girl.
you see in the video? I posted the video so that y'all could see it on Nature Boy TV. When she punched, I
I just
literally
seen it.
caught it on tape.
I just
She
seen it.
punched me in my face, bit me on my back because I wouldn't let her walk out in the middle of three in the morning with my daughter.
And she had the baby in her hands. I just seen it. And you
Yeah,
know,
I got the
that's
video
why I'm
too.
saying if you had things like that to show of your pregnancy, because it would also contradict what she's saying. It's
What?
not trying to go against it. I'm
The
just trying to
pregnancy,
make
they got
sure.
it all online. All you gotta do is look up Eliana's pregnancy and they have it. I'm holding her the whole
What I'm
night.
suggesting is that you redo it like you just did this fighting, so it can shut that down. Because right now it's live and that's fresh in your mind, and the pregnancy isn't. And your daughter's beautiful. She looks just like you. I
And
mean, I
they're
just
using my
can't.
daughter against me too.
I
And
know,
see,
I
you know
know.
what
I have
video
sons, and
too?
I hate when my grandchildren are used against my sons. So I totally relate as a grandmother because I don't even get to see my grandchild because the
I'm
mother's
right
doing
here.
that.
I'm right here in New Orleans. I'm right here in New Orleans right now. She will not let me see my daughter.
A
Keep
child of
praying on
God.
it. Keep
And
praying on it. You
you
know,
know
you
where
believe
is
in the Most High,
information at too, sis? On
huh?
Aya's YouTube channel. Because Aya and Eliana made videos together,
Mm-hmm.
separate from Nature Boy. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was away from the chief when they was
I'm not
making
gonna let it take me off my square.
so go see if she was in distress in any of those videos.
It's crazy because it's really driving people to think certain ways about our people, and this is where we're being divided, and this is not a good time for that. And that's a lot of things what Boy says. I'm
And
so
can y'all
Bud
bring up a
says.
video? Put a video up of. Can y'all? I'm telling my people right now. Get the video, please, of me in the hospital with my daughter and how I delivered her by myself.
What I'm
I was
saying.
holding the camera. I was in between. I talked her through the whole thing. She had gifts everywhere. She was
Yeah, I
rubbed down.
believe she's a woman that was very insecure because she is a daddy's girl. And you did say about the problems with her father. So she is her father's by her side right now on the panel. So again, that's why I feel like it's
He's
puppeteer.
the one coercing her
Why
to
I
do
said
what
it's
she's doing right
puppeteer
now.
because the question was announced to her. It's not like she volunteered it. And then she
He's
came out with this
coercing
big
her.
threat.
It's him that's doing this.
I'm starting to see that now. Like I said, I was against you in the beginning. I thought you were the demon. I'm just seeing that it's just a lot of love, passion, and a lot of things that, when a woman doesn't accept a man for who he is, and we try to change you because we fell in love and have the baby, that's where the problem happens, and that's where this occurs. See, if she would accept you who you were of a man that has many women, she wouldn't have been in this problem. But you also got to remember the age of this young lady. This young lady is a very young, a young lady, and had problems with her father. So that also came into your relationship. You understand?
Right.
Because her father can go in her ear anytime because she loves her father.
Hey, Nature
So
Boy, let
I'm
me.
starting to see it now. I'm starting to see where the confusion came in. And I will actually say, in somewhat, it is her father. Her father is either, there's some parents that will clout chase off a child.
Yes. She
Fact,
said that he wanted to do that. I got you,
big
Morning
fact.
Star. I got the
So,
link right here.
You
I
got.
got the link right here. They sent me the link.
Sis,
It's called
Pops pulled up on the chief and looked him in his face. Before he got there, he told everybody he was gonna knock him out when he saw him. His exact words, he said, when I see Nature Boy, he was putting his hands on my daughter, I'm gonna knock him out.
I
As
seen
soon
a
as he
video of
got
that.
in his
Yes.
face, he
Here's
said,
me in the
he
hospital.
said to him,
Here's
yeah,
me in the
man,
Oh,
hospital.
that
wow.
video's
Yeah,
up.
I've never seen this.
Yeah.
It's called Carbonations Update. Chiefess Nana Gives Birth Part 1. That's
Okay.
Aya right there, which is our wife. That's her.
Okay.
You can literally see it. You can watch
Yeah,
the
it's
whole
sad
video.
when, my
And that
son
was a
goes
week
through
later
this.
when Pops pulled up on him because they were taking the baby to the doctor's office, and he walked up on all of them in the street. Eliana had the baby. He was staring right at Nature Boy, and Pops turned it into a photo. They went in
Yeah,
a restaurant. He told Nature, he was like, "Hey, Chief, come to my live on Saturday." Did he not say that to you across the dining room table?
Hey, Nature Boy.
He said, "Come to my live."
Got you want to start. I want to show her where I am in the hospital.
how was she said her pregnancy during, I think, the later months, like 7, 8 months, very
Everybody in the
rough.
world was watching this. Everybody in the world was watching this. That's me
Mhm.
in the bed with her. Look,
Yeah.
holding
It's
her.
like I said, I really believe that she fell in love with a man that is promiscuous, with many women, and she tried to.
That's me laying in the bed with her right there, rubbing her down, making sure she was okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
She.
Boy,
How is it off cam? Yo, bruh. Anyway, Morning Star,
That.
go ahead, man.
yeah.
Uh,
From your perspective, your own personal perspective, what do you think it is that her father is knocking truly on? Like, what is it that's knocking? Like, what is he holding against you from? What do you think it is? Like you personally. During the line.
Said, well, now say that one more time because I was trying to go to a park.
For Ileana's father, for him to be knocking you as hard as he's doing, like to be a speed bump in the wrong way to the person that's supporting Ileana there in every moment, even though people fight, you're still there over the fights. Everybody fights. I don't get why people like nitpick at certain things like that in certain instances. But why do you think even after through all of what you've done, Ileana, like, she's still alive and breathing, she's happy, healthy, have children, y'all have children at that. Why do you think he's still knocking you? What do you think it is?
Well, it's a hustle for him. I don't know if you ever been to New Orleans, but it's hard out here. It's expensive out here. Man, this shit is rough. New
mm,
Orleans is high priced.
that's
Niggas
why.
gotta hustle. Niggas
That's
found a
why.
way to make $1.
That's why.
This shit is
Makes
making
sense.
money. He
Are you,
always
are
said to
you,
her,
are you,
well,
are
look, when
you,
she came back one time, she said, my dad only worried about $1. She told me to with her own mouth on my
Because
daughter. He said, listen, we can get this money. Cosmic currency, we can get it. And it's making money. New Orleans is very expensive. Very expensive. Unless you live in the hood.
that's
mm,
that.
well, I pray that this all works out in some way because, again, as a mother and a woman that watches my son go exactly through what you're going through, and me being a mother to watch my son go through torment of paying high child support and still can't see his daughter, can't got to do everything the woman says, and he is a very loving man to his daughter. And if she gets jealous when he had a fiance to when he got married, he couldn't see his daughter no more. She wanted full custody, so it does go into a jealousy thing, stuff like that of control. And they use my grandchild as a pawn ticket, basically.
Hey, child of God, you know how you're talking about how the female is doing this stuff? It's
Yeah,
weird to me females choose to do that with the father of their children. So, like, think of, like, example, think of, like, the situation Nature Boy can put his children in, which is a good situation as the father of his children. Why would the mother, like, like, I'm asking as in, like, me not knowing, why does, in this day and age, the mother go through things like court system and things like that? It makes it more difficult, not only for the father to do, like, say you don't even want to be together. Even if you're not together, going through the court system, all this other stuff makes it more difficult just to do what he has to do, even if you don't want to be together. And the
I
father
can
wants.
answer that easily. Because I had a brutal baby father, my ex fiance, and I still let the parents and him see his father because I never had a father and I didn't want my child to be fatherless. But in that event, also the government forces you because the father put his name on the birth certificate. They're the ones that go after the father. They make the woman go after the father. We don't go after you.
But do y'all have
The
any kind of
the
power
court
to
does
say, okay, as a woman, do y'all have power to
to
do
stop it.
the situation? Like, okay, I know it comes down to like you signing a piece